Wonder Woman 1984 tore up the charts on the Nielsen ratings on HBO Max, but is that a benefit for HBO Max? Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and the whole Wonder Woman 1984 thing has been a very interesting thing to watch. When it was announced that Wonder Woman would be going to theaters day and day, and then specifically that Warner Brothers would be sacrificing their entire 2021 lineup of movies to basically supplement HBO Max, there were people who were going like, I guess this is the end of theaters, I guess this is it. But then there was some confusion about whether or not Wonder Woman was actually the financial success it needed to be for Warner Brothers to justify this move. We heard stories about how there were way more app downloads on Christmas Day for Disney Plus, which premiered Soul on the same day, and by the way, Soul is a much better movie, than there was with Wonder Woman 1984, suggesting that basically Wonder Woman 1984 had not made much of a dent. But then we have a report like this from the Hollywood Reporter that the Nielsen rating said that Wonder Woman 1984 was actually streamed quite a few times, but as always, things are a little bit more complicated. So let's look at this story real quick. Warner Media has touted the performance of Wonder Woman 1984 on HBO Max, albeit without any hard viewing numbers, which I think is going to be a problem going forward. I think if this is the direction that they're going to be going, everything's going to streaming, at some point numbers will have to be part of the equation, because numbers are the only way that the talent can negotiate a good deal. But here's the thing. Nielsen has put some data behind the claims. The rating service says the movie racked up huge audiences on its opening weekend, becoming one of the biggest feature films in Nielsen's ratings and one of the biggest streaming titles of any kind since Nielsen launched its streaming measurement. For the week of December 21st through 27th, HBO users spent 2.25 billion minutes watching Wonder Woman 1984. It was released Christmas Day. That's equivalent to about 14.9 million complete plays of the 151-minute movie. Because, by the way, I could also see people watching the movie multiple times, especially if it's free. It's also 580 million minutes more than Nielsen's previously reported number one for the week, Pixar's Soul on Disney Plus, 1.67 billion minutes, and the third highest weekly total for any of the titles since Nielsen began releasing weekly streaming numbers in August 2020. Following the movie's release, HBO Max said that nearly half of its retail subscribers had watched the movie on its premiere day. I was not one of them. I watched it the day after, and then I saw it in IMAX a month later. Nielsen doesn't yet regularly include HBO Max in its weekly rankings, although it does count Warner Media as a client. The rating service says that the release of viewing figures for Wonder Woman 1984 is a one-time only view, as we work hard towards introducing the data eternally. There's no timetable for HBO Max to be a regular part of the streaming ratings. Quote, the impact of Wonder Woman 1984 on HBO Max cannot be understated, said HBO Max Executive VP and General Manager Andy Forssell. As was announced on Wednesday during our earnings, and as this Nielsen data shows, it was a huge holiday gift to the consumers at a time when they wanted and needed it. The partnership with Warner Brothers, of course, continues throughout the year, but it begins with Wonder Woman's arrival on Christmas Day to great success. So now here's the thing. You look at those like, oh, well, that's got to be good for HBO Max. I mean, that's what they wanted, right? They wanted a lot of people to watch it. No, they didn't. I mean, yeah, they did, but no, they didn't. What they wanted was people to subscribe to HBO Max. How much of the movie they watch or how many times they watch the movie, this doesn't mean anything to HBO Max. I mean, it means no more to HBO Max than it means to Disney. If I pull this off the shelf and I decide, for 4 months, I'm going to watch this every single day. Why doesn't Disney care about that? If I decide I want to watch this every single day for the next 4 months, because they don't make any real money from that, and neither does Warner Brothers. Minutes don't mean anything, subscribers do. And under that circumstance, was Wonder Woman 1984 a success? Well, I don't know, and that's kind of where it's confusing. Now, I'm going to show a screenshot of another YouTuber called Grace Randolph, who does a channel called Beyond the Trailer. For the record, not a huge fan of Grace Randolph. I do watch her show because I like watching people that I inherently disagree with most of the time. Her personality doesn't do a whole lot for me, to be honest. But she did do this very good video breaking down the HBO Max subscribers and whether or not Wonder Woman 1984 actually did anything. Now, I'm not going to play the video. You can watch it below, and she goes into great more detail. But here's the key thing. She's looking at the gross. So, on 5/27, HBO Max launches. I'm one of the day one customers. By 7/23, it has 4.1 million subscribers. By 10/22, 8.6 million subscribers. On 12/3, Warner Brothers announces their 2021 movies, and they have 12.6 million subscribers. And in 1/17, 17.2 million subscribers. Now, what does this mean? It means HBO Max consistently has doubled approximately every 3 months since launch. So here's the dilemma for Warner Brothers then. If Wonder Woman 1984 really made a huge difference in subscribers, then it was not reflective in the numbers. It was growing at the exact pace that it was scheduled to go up. And here's the worst thing. If it did contribute, then it means that new subscribers were actually going to dip quite a bit if Wonder Woman wasn't there. Now, here's the thing. This would be much more impressive if, say, after Warner Brothers made the announcement, had the numbers gone up like maybe 4 or 5 times. Because if this number had been like some 20 or 25 million, that would be a strong indication, especially if the new subscribers came in after this date, 12/3, that Wonder Woman 1984 was deliberately influencing people to subscribe to HBO Max. But while it might have influenced a few people, it clearly didn't influence a lot of people, because HBO Max has been, if nothing else, consistent about how many subscribers it adds. It adds roughly 4 to 5 million subscribers every few months. And that means that Wonder Woman 1984 probably did not deliver the numbers that Warner Brothers wanted. Now, it didn't hurt them in the numbers either, and because the world is still the world right now, they will probably continue to do this for a little bit longer, especially since their next major release is Tom and Jerry, which, if we're being honest, was not going to be a big hit. I think they also released Those Who Wish Me Dead this weekend with Denzel Washington, and that one I will probably watch on HBO Max and skip the theaters, because we got to make like a trip to Vegas when we want to see movies right now, and I don't know if that's something that I would go 4 hours out of my way to see. We'll see what movies are playing when we're there, but those are 2 movies that we're probably not going to do huge box office numbers. Godzilla vs. Kong is probably their last big thing. Here's the thing. If Godzilla vs. Kong does not move the needle on HBO Max subscriptions, I anticipate this is going to pretty much go away. The movies will go back to being theatrical exclusive. Some might get delayed again. But so far, yeah, Wonder Woman didn't really do the numbers that they wanted, because, again, they don't care about minutes that are watched. They care about subscribers that they get. And Wonder Woman does not appear, by the math, to have gotten any more or any less subscribers than what they were already getting. But anyway, I would like to know what you think about this. Do you think Wonder Woman was a huge help by what you have just witnessed on this video, or do you think it wasn't a big help? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.